And the findings have important implications for the instruction of English for medical purposes and vocabulary learning strategies at the outset of a university program, including or incorporating explicit instruction on vocabulary learning strategies in EMP curricula can help students take greater responsibility for their language learning. And finally, by focusing on medical vocabulary education, we can better prepare future healthcare professionals and scientists for success in a global academic environment. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for both of you. This was a talk after you have introduced your work. You have set the research aim and then your research questions, your data collection, and then the theoretical background, which was Schmidt's taxonomy of vocabulary learning strategies. Your findings showed that the most and least used strategies in acquiring vocabulary, and these strategies were determination, social, memorize, cognitive and metacognitive strategies. Then finally you have concluded your work saying that students use a variety of all these strategies and that vocabulary remains a way to enhance and to improve academic environment. Yes, success in academic environment. Thank you very much for this very important we have to applaud. Thank you very much. And we apologize a second time. So next presenter. Yes, are you going? Yes. Okay. The title, yes. So this is Dr. Amel Benbouya, and the title of your presentation is Needs Analysis of English for Medical Purposes. For medical purpose, students' perspective. Thank you very much.
اسمي خدت الفرص ديسكين اسمي d'accord. step ولا
Good morning, everyone. Shall I start? So I would like first to thank the study day organizing members, Dr. Ahwari, Prof. Ahwari, and Prof. Ayush. So the title of my presentation is Needs Analysis of English for Medical Purposes from a Student Perspective. Case of third year students at Faculty of Medicine, BJR.
Mic, please. Use the mic, please.
Sorry, yes. So as an introduction, so in the nowadays globalized world, as we all know, being the lingua franca for science, technology, business, and education, English proficiency becomes fundamental and a vehicle for the world's several global transactions. The necessity and the need to use English in different fields and domains has led, of course, to the rapid increase in the teaching and learning of English for specific purposes, ESP, to meet specified academic and professional needs of learners. English has been integrated, as we all know, in many different fields. Among these fields, of course, we have the medical field. So it has been integrated in the curriculum of medical education, aiming at familiarizing common English terminologies, as I think all our colleagues in this morning talked about the terminologies in the medical field, sorry. So used in the medical field to help these medical students read medical textbooks and professional journals, which are mostly written in English. Therefore, medical students need to use English for their studies as well as for their professional careers. Accordingly, the present study aims at exploring and finding out the medical students' attitudes towards their English language needs at Faculty of Medicine. So in this study, we have two main research questions. The first research question is, what are the medical students' attitudes towards their purpose of learning? That is, we aim to find out their purpose, why they are learning English. And the second question, actually this second question has, or is composed of two main parts. The first part is, we aim to find out their attitudes towards the most important language skill, that is the macro skills. We have listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And the second part is their needs with regard to the micro skills. So the aims of the study, as we said, with the purpose of English and the language learning needs at the macro and micro levels. Now, we go to the research methodology. For the participants, actually, it was really, really difficult to find the participants, yes. So the questionnaire, it was an online questionnaire which was distributed to different groups of medical students. So we have 18 students, including males and females. So for the method, the present study aims to explore the perceptions of these students, as we said, with regard to their purpose of learning English and their English language needs at the macro and micro levels. Therefore, to explore the mentioned issue, we relied on an exploratory design to obtain the needed data. So we adopted the quantitative methodology to analyze the obtained data. Yeah. Now, the research tool, we use an online questionnaire. So this is the objective behind choosing this questionnaire is to collect, of course, valid and reliable data. Now, we go to the results. So the first answer was about the purpose of learning. Why these medical students need to learn English. As we see, we have most of the students, that is 39%, said that their purpose of English is to use it in their career, followed by I think reading medical articles with 28%, then studying other subjects 17%, followed by writing medical articles 11%, finally interact with other people. This got the least percentage. Now, The second answer is students' most needed skill in English. So these students, it has been found that speaking skill got the highest percentage, that these students, they consider speaking skill as the most important skill for them. An important percentage of the participants also, that is 22.22%, they consider the listening skill to be the most significant in English learning. 60.67%, they report they mostly need the writing skill, and the remaining participants, that is a few, the minority of 55%, they said that the most important skill for them is the reading skill. Now we go to the micro skills, that is the sub skills for each skill. We start with the reading micro skill. So this figure shows the student perceptions towards the reading micro skill. The results showed that reading medical books has been found the top one micro skill as perceived by the majority of the respondents. That is more than half of the participants, 56%. So this was followed by reading manuals in their studies, 22%, then followed by reading course handouts in their field, and reading general books with 11%. Now we go to the writing micro skills. So the findings reveal that the majority of the participants, that is 72.22%, consider taking notes from several spoken sources, of course in English, to be the most significant writing micro skill. Less than half of the participants, that is 60.67%, consider writing medical articles and research papers as the most important writing micro skill. We have a minority of 11.11%. They consider writing projects as the most important writing skill for them. We go to the listening micro skill. So the results revealed that listening to oral presentations has been found to be the most significant micro listening skill by most of the students, that is 44.44%. The second important micro listening skill was listening to lectures and other spoken sources in English. And finally, the remaining participants, they consider listening to audio video sources to be the most important sub-skill for them. We go to the last sub-skill, that is the speaking sub-skill. So the results showed that giving oral presentations in English has been found to be the most significant speaking micro skill, as perceived by most of the participants, that is 55.55%. Discussing on medical issues in seminars and conferences has been found to be the second important micro skill, as perceived by 27.78% of the respondents. Finally, the remaining students, that is 60.67%, consider interacting with people in English as the most important speaking micro skill. So these answers, I summarized the answers to the research questions. So we have the first question, which is about their attitude towards the most important purpose in their learning of English, is using English in their future careers and reading medical articles. So these have been found to be the top two purposes of learning English. Now, with regard to the language needs, as far as the major language skills are concerned, that is reading, writing, listening, and speaking, so we found that speaking skill has been found to be the most important significant skill. With regard to the sub-skills for reading, we have read medical books has been found to be the most important sub-skill. Take notes from several spoken sources, the most important sub-writing skill. And listen to oral presentation has been found to be the most important listening sub-skill. Finally, give oral presentations in English has been found to be the most important speaking sub-skill. So we go to conclude. The chief goal of this study was to investigate the English language needs of medical students, to inform and help course designers and stakeholders to develop appropriate and effective English for medical purposes courses so as to fulfill the needs of medical learners. The results of the present study indicated that third-year medical students at BJ University perceive learning English as an important subject in their studies. The findings showed that the medical students' most significant purpose of learning English is its use in their future careers and reading medical articles as well. As for the language macro skills needs, so the study showed that students consider speaking skill to be the most significant macro skill. Reading medical books has been found to be the most important reading sub-skill. Taking notes from several spoken sources to be the most important writing sub-skill. Listening to oral presentations to be the most important listening sub-skill, and giving oral presentations in English to be the most important speaking sub-skill. Now, for the recommendations, based on the study's results, the following recommendations can be drawn. So the first one is English for medical purposes need to be offered as compulsory course for medical students, focusing on relevant related terminology. providing students with specific English skills that would help them in their academic and professional life. And the last one, regularly organize EMP study days for medical students to give them space to freely express their English language needs, lacks, and challenges. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Amel bin Bouya. Your presentation is entitled Needs Analysis of English for Medical Purposes, Students' Perspectives. You have detailed your work as a questionnaire, as a research questions, sorry, 2 research questions. A questionnaire set to 18 students from the Faculty of Medicine. Then you have your results, which have answered very clearly your research questions. Number 1, you have come to the conclusion that your students need the use of English in their career, future career, and as far as the macro skill is concerned, this is mainly speaking. So thank you very much. Thank you for your attention, and I think the session, 2 or 3 questions for the debates. If you have any questions concerning the presentations or the talks presented so far, please. C'est des soutenances? Chez nous, on dit fait le mlih.
No questions? Yes, Doctor.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please do. C'est bon? Donc, of course, allez-y. French. it could not. That's right. Exactly. And it is, excuse me, and it is not thanks to the school, because this is their personal effort. Yes, yes. Lijberg, yes. Exactly, yes. Exactly. Just in one.
Yes,
Yes.
no, just to answer, yes, Mrs. Idris, she said that we did not talk about students, but my paper, I think we talked about students. We take the students as a participants. Yeah. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Yes. Because I think it was really difficult to find students. We really faced a very big problem to find students. Yeah.
For medical purpose, English for medical purpose. It is addressed to specialists at
Yeah.
university.
Yes.
So if we address teachers, we address students as well. And
We need to
students,
address
when they come to university, the work has to be done before they come to university,
Yeah.
and not at university. At university, we specialize. Okay, thank you very much. It's lunch time.
1 hour, 1 hour and a quarter from now, because it's lunch.
Yes,
Lunch
lunchtime.
break.
Lunch break.
Yeah. So
So-
we have 1 hour and a half to finish the lunch. Okay.
Okay. So, see you at.
See you at
two.
2:15.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Those who are in the conference are also invited to join us to the bus. Okay. To the bus.
Enjoy your lunch. Ah bon? Oui, Ah, Bayatena. Oui. D'accord.
Mon adresse mail et mon numéro de téléphone.
D'accord. Et sur la page, vous avez vu? Ouais. Donc, je vous laisse aussi. Bonjour, ça va? Vous allez bien? Pardon. Allah يبارك. Anglais? Allah يبارك. Ah, français. Anglais. Bon, donc, je vous laisse mes coordonnées aussi, on ne sait jamais. Hein? Ça va? Ça se passe bien pour le sale? Hein? C'est beaucoup d'argent que vous êtes en train de laisser à côté, hein? Wallah. Il faut profiter et faire profiter. نعم نو ماشي غراتوي شوفي ما كاينش هذا اللي يخدم لك غراتوي اللي يخدم لك غراتوي يقدر يجيك 1 heure par semaine سي non, 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 non. C'est une prestation de service. Toutes les universités, تاع الجزائر كاملة, ils sont en train de gagner de l'argent. أنا قلت لك في une session, on arrive jusqu'à des fois, une session, on est arrivé presque à 1 milliard. Et 900 et quelques millions. Hein? Il y a la demande aussi. Bien sûr qu'il y a la demande. Ouvrez ou la page et vous allez voir. Vous allez être débordés.